Om Namo Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudeva. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudeva. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. So we'd like to seek the blessings of Radha Shyam Sundar, Krishna Balram, Balgopal, Radha Madhav, Gaunitai, Srila Prabhupada, Guru Maharaj, and the assembled devotees. So we continue on our journey in Vrindavan, Chirgat. This is the famous tree where Krishna climbed on it, and after stealing the clothes of the gopis and embarrassed them. This is the Krishna, deity of Krishna on the tree. Chirgat is one of the holiest ghats, series of steps leading down to the water body on the banks of the river Yamuna. This is a place where the famous pastime of baby Krishna stealing the clothes of the gopis, the cowherd maidens of Vrindavan, took place. This place was earlier just on the banks of the river Yamuna. But over the years, as Yamuna has changed its course, so now Chirgat stands at some distance from the Yamuna. There is an ancient Kadamba tree at this place, which is still existing since the time of Krishna. So this tree is a very old tree. Devotees of Vrindavan still worship this tree and even make offerings to the tree. It is also said in the Vedas that Sri Krishna rarely goes to the samadhis of Paramahamsas. But here in Braj, he is stealing the clothes of gopis. That's why the Braj Ras, or bliss or Braj, is the highest amongst all, i.e. amongst the Sakat Lok, Vaikunt Lok, etc. As Sri Krishna states in Bhagavad Gita himself, Ye yatha maham papadyante tam sathaiva bhajamya. In this is 4:11, 4th chapter, verse 11. Sri Krishna says, in whatever way people surrender unto me, I reciprocate with them accordingly. This is such an important verse. So if you want to stay far away from God, then he will stay far away from us. If you want to become close to God, then he will also give us that option. This is why it's said that God is neutral. He loves his devotees, but anybody can be a devotee. Anybody can reciprocate with him, and he will, anybody can have a relationship with him, and he will reciprocate that relationship back. So this is the beauty of the Supreme Lord. Chirgat is one of the holy ghats, so we've been through that. Gopis were all pure devotees of Lord Krishna and wanted to attain Krishna as their husband. So at this place, they would make a deity of goddess Katyayani out of sand every day and offer her worship. They would pray to the goddess that they may get Krishna as their husband. Every day the gopis would come to this god to take their bath and offer worship. At the end of the Bharat, Krishna himself arrived there and very mercifully stole their clothes when they were taking bath at this ghat, and brought them upon this very holy Kadamba tree. So he stole the clothes of the gopis who were taking bath in the Yamuna. So they had put their clothes on the banks and gone into the Yamuna. And in the meantime, Krishna had stolen them and taken them, put them on the tree where he was sitting as well. He was bestowed upon them their desired boon. Your heart's desire will be fulfilled on the night of the next Sharat Purnima. Because they were praying to Goddess Katyayani. Let us have Krishna as our husband. So Krishna actually reciprocated that desire, as we can see here. Krishna's devotees still worship this tree and even make offerings to this tree. There is also Yamuna Devi deity or temple at this ghat. So Chirgat is a very interesting place. Next is Nidhivan. And Nidhivan is full of lots of trees and lots of monkeys. Nidhivan, which means forest of Tulsi, is one of the sacred forest sites of Vrindavan. It is situated in the Mathura district of Uttar Pradesh in Bharat. Nidhivan is considered as the most prominent site dedicated to the pastimes of Radha Krishna and the gopis. It is a common belief amongst devotees that Nidhivan still witnesses Ras Leela, the nocturnal dance of Krishna with the gopis headed by Radharani during nighttime. And thus nobody is allowed to stay inside the premises of Nidhivan at night. It is said that if anybody does remain there at night, they will go mad. So I don't know if that's actually happened to anybody. The site has numerous tulsi trees, plants, which are short in height but found in pairs and have entangled trunks. Besides tulsi plants, the premises houses a palace called Rangmal, where it is believed that Radha and Krishna spend their night after Ras Leela. A temple called Bansi Chor Radha, where Radha has stolen the fruit of Krishna, a shrine dedicated to Swami Haridas, who we talked about in relation to Banki Bihari, who, with his complete devotion, made the deity of Banki Bihari appear. And we saw how Banki Bihari is actually Radha Krishna combined. So this Ras Leela Stali, where Ras Leela is performed, is situated in Nidhivan. And there's also a Kund, Lalita Kund, which was believed to be made by Krishna himself when the gopis asked for water amidst the Ras Leela. So this Kund is still there. It goes very deep, actually, very, very deep. Nidhivan is considered as one of the mysterious places of Vrindavan. It is a dense forest with lush green trees. The interesting thing is that the barks of the trees are hollow and the land is absolutely dry. But the trees remain loaded with green leaves throughout the year. All the trees are in bending positions towards the ground. The common belief is that these trees of tulsi turn into gopis in the night for performing Ras Leela. Every tulsi tree in the premises are found in pairs, signifying the pair of gopis and Krishna. Very interesting. Rangamal is another temple in Nidhivan, known as the place where Radharani is adorned by Krishna with his own hands. It is strongly believed by devotees that every night Radha Krishna themselves come to this palace to take rest. The temple has sandalwood beds for resting. Every evening before closing the temple gates, the temple priest makes the bed, places ornaments like bangles, flowers, clothes for Radharani, leaves neem twigs for brushing teeth, sweets, pan, that's beetroot nuts, beetroot leaves, and a jar full of water beside the bed of Radha and Krishna. After all the arrangements done by the priests, the main door of Radha, the Rangamal and Nidhivan are locked from outside and unlocked only in the morning. But every morning they found that the bed looks as if it's been slept in. Neem twigs look used, sweets and betel leaves look partially eaten by someone. Also, the bangles, flowers, clothes placed for Radharani look disordered and disarranged. So you can go early in the morning, and as the priest opens the temple, we will see how the bed is disheveled and everything's in a little bit of a mess. No one is allowed inside the premises of the temple after the sun sets. It is believed that Radha Krishna come to the temple every night to rest. Anyone who tries to see what happens in the night either dies, goes blind, or loses their mental balance. Although the houses built in the vicinity of Nidhivan have access to the view of the area, no one dares to attempt to do so. Many people who live in the vicinity have sealed their windows with bricks, and those who have open windows also close them after the final bell of the evening aarti. Many of them also claim to hear the sounds of anklets coming from Nidhivan at night. Even the monkeys leave Nidhivan temple after the evening arti. Nidhivan is also considered as a place of appearance of Banki Bahari. It is said that Vrindavan saint Swami Haridas, with his sheer devotion and dedication, pleased the divine couple Radha and Krishna, and they appeared in front of him. Later, both Radha and Krishna combined into a single form called Banke Bihari to stay with Haridas Thakur. For a few years, Banke Bihari was worshipped in Nidhivan, and then they were enshrined in separate temples, and the temple is named Banke Bihari Temple. So we already talked about that. So Nidhivan, very interesting place. Similar to Nidhivan is another place called Seva Kunj. Quite close as well. Seva Kunj is another holy place in Vrindavan that celebrates the unconditional love of the blissful couple Radha Krishna. Seva Kunj Mandir in Vrindavan is a magnificent place showing the divine love of Radha and Kanna. Seva Kunj is also known as Nikunjvan. This place is close to Lord Krishna's heart. There is a beautiful murti of Radha Krishna in this temple. There's also a kund here known as Lalita Kund. It is believed that every night Lord Krishna and Radharani visit this place. So very similar to Nidhivan. So this place is closed totally after evening, although we can see many monkeys during daytime. By evening, they also leave this place. Seva Kunj in Vrindavan is addressed so, because it is believed that Lord Krishna served Radharani in this sacred place. So this is often why it is said that Krishna is indebted to his devotee and cannot actually pay that debt back. It's because the love of the devotee, and the greatest devotee is Srimati Radharani, is so empowering, is so overpowering that it controls Krishna. So you can see here, Lord Krishna serves Radharani in this sacred place. Krishna helped her in getting ready for Ras Leela by combing her hair and decorating her with ornaments. This can be depicted by mesmerizing paintings on the wall and the slokas inscribed here from the various scriptures, Vedic scriptures. Seva Kunj Mandir is decorated every night, and all necessary items are placed here for the night. Here in this mandir, devotees also see the beautiful paintings of Lord Krishna and Radha doing Ras Leela with the gopis. Paintings depict Lord Krishna serving Radharani with massage after the Ras Leela dance. So this is another fascinating place. You can go early morning. And again here, they also have the beds made the night before with jewelry placed, water, and other things. And in the morning, you see these things are all displaced. In the morning of Mangal Aarti, which is around about 5:30-ish. So, next we look at the temple of Lord Srila Prabhupada, inaugurated Krishna Balram Temple. This is the Samadhi Museum. Srila Prabhupada's museum is here now. And this is the temple gate, main towards going to the altar. And this is the altar. So Krishna Balaram. Why is there Krishna Balaram in the center, not Radha Krishna? Because this is where the temple is located, is where Krishna and Balaram played when they were little. Raman Reti. also is known as Raman Rati. So the Rati means sand, and this is where they played. So Krishna and Balram are in the center. And then you got Radha, Shyam, Sundar, Lalita, and Vishaka also present. Interesting, they're not present in this picture. And Gaunitai. There are three separate altars, actually, three separate altars where three separate pujaris perform arti in conjunction. Shri Krishna Balram Mandir, situated in the Raman Rati area of Vrindavan, holds a special significance for the devotees of ISKCON. This grand temple represents the fulfilled dream of Srila Prabhupada, who is a founder Acharya, who wished to construct a temple of unparalleled beauty for the worship of transcendental brothers, Krishna Balram, in the same village where they played more than 5,000 years ago. Srila Prabhupada directly oversaw all aspects of design, construction, personally called the Lord to come and accept the worship of his devotees from around the world. He said, Lord Balaram is a source of spiritual strength, and I built this temple just to give strength to the devotees. Today, the Shri Krishna Balram Mandir is a booming spiritual center. Every day of the week, pilgrims flood in the gates in great numbers from all over the world. In fact, the large green government signs posted over the highway turn off to Vrindavan only give direction to two temples, Banki Bihari and Krishna Balram Temple. Visitors to the temple first pass under the brilliant white marble arch of Srila Prabhupada's Samadhi, an architectural wonder of winding peacocks, stairways, and intricately carved bowls and domes. They then enter through the gigantic wooden temple doors and find themselves transported through the spiritual world. Upon seeing the palace of Krishna Balram with its sunken black and white checkered marble courtyard beautified by a living tamal tree. There's a tamal tree right in the middle of the temple courtyard. Very beautiful. The music of the kartals, mridanga, and sweet harmony of the 24 kirtanias enter the hearts, and everyone young and old spontaneously raise their arms and dance in ecstasy. Ascending the courtyard steps, visitors approach the effulgent, gorgeous forms of the source of all beauty, the presiding Lord Shri Gaunitai, Krishna Balram, Radha Shyam, and Lalita Vishaka as well. Standing transfixed with open eyes and folded hands, pilgrims drink in the dazzling vision of the Lord, lovingly decorated with no consideration of expense or effort. Truly a festival for the eyes. The entire temple complex is a busy preaching powerhouse comprised of 30 departments, including a guest house, welcome center, Samadhi museum, 10 bookstores, bakery, restaurant, broadcast studio, residential Brahmachari ashram, deity department is one of the highest standards of worship in the world, engaging more than 100 devotees directly in the Seva every day. So we can stop there because we've still got a few places to visit. Okay, any questions, any comments by anybody? Okay, so we can stop there. Nidhivan ki jai, Seva Kunj ki jai, Chirgat ki jai, Krishna Balram ki jai, Radha Shyam Sundar ki jai, Gaunitai ki jai, Vrindavan Dham ki jai.